Hello everyone, Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all week 6 of the PMU. My opponent for this week is going to be Stephen Thurston and the Hartford Wailmers. A brand new team that we're facing, although the opponent is not necessarily an unfamiliar face. I've actually seen this fella before in Tesla Mouse's streams back in the day. So he's kind of an old face actually, but he and I have not really interacted much actually. I think the only time I interacted with him was when I was actually asking for a battle code for one of his battles in a tournament that Tesla Mouse hosted a while ago. At least back in the ORAS days, by the way. So I don't know. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have been surprised to actually see him here, honestly, because he was actually really good in ORAS. Not so much in Sun and Moon, from what I understand, but you know, here we are now in ORAS. And let me tell you that his draft is actually really dangerous, actually, because he has a lot of baton passing potential, setup potential, and just a lot of annoying stuff on his team. He has stuff like Suicune, he has stuff like Whimsicott, he has stuff like Scolipede, which if that Scolipede sets anything up and then baton passes, we're in trouble. And if he manages to set up with Suicune, he could just wall the hell out of us and just be annoying. Not a whole lot of my team can actually handle that combination. I actually literally have to outplay him and prevent him from setting up. If I fail to do that, I'm pretty much done for. So here's hoping that nothing stupid happens on our end. It's gonna take outplaying this guy to actually possibly win. I feel like because of the bulk he has on his team, as you can see right here, the matchup is more or less in his favor than ours. Not to mention, his mons have a lot more utility than mine, honestly. Okay, but anyways, with all that said, Scolipede. He brought Whimsy. He brought Suicune. Oh yeah, and did I mention that he also has Charizard X? Charizard X, 1 Dragon Dance, and that's the whole freaking game. Or if he wants to be that guy and just run Belly Drum with Flame Charge, it's the whole freaking game. Again, we gotta hope that we don't let him get that Dragon Dance up, and if we do, hopefully we can kill him off as quickly as possible, otherwise we're done for. But yeah, he also has Espeon. So again, with that Scolipede, he could even +2 speed his freaking Charizard X and then Belly Drum, and that'd just be really bad. So obviously this is gonna be a bit of an issue. I don't know how I'm gonna approach this. I don't know what I want to lead with. Maybe, just maybe, he could lead Hippowdon to get rocks up, or he can lead off with Scolipede and just try to set up the speed just to baton pass into Charizard straight up and just freaking win. That's kind of what I don't want him to do, but he could do it. You know what? I'll go Braviary. Damn it, dude, this shit doesn't give me enough time. Or am I just that slow? I confirm, right? All 6 mons, yes. Okay, jeez. Also, why isn't Zardex listed here? Damn it, before I forget. Okay, here we go. I'm recording, right? Yes, I should be. Okay. Whew, here we go. Okay, he led with this. This is fine. This is really fine. Because what I'm gonna do right here, he could have Stun Spore and just go for it, but I do have Heal Bell on my Lantern, so I do have Lantern, right, on my team. I didn't bring something else, right? Yes, I do. Yes. Okay, yeah. I got all that I need here. So if he tries to go for something funny like Stun Spore, then we should be fine. I think the only thing that could be scary is if he goes for Memento right here. I don't even know if Whimsicott gets Memento in this game, but I'm going to assume that it does, and if he tries to go for it right here, we better make sure he doesn't bring that freaking Scolipede. He could try to do that, honestly, which, if so, that could be a little annoying. But I don't have, this doesn't have U-turn actually. This was actually kind of like a setup being Braviary, just to kind of prevent his Suicune from just setting up in my face. But with that said, I think we're just gonna go for the if he stays in and just does something funny like Tailwinding or something, let's just go for the, or should I go for Bulk Up? He could just straight up hit me with a Moonblast. Or would he switch out? He could just straight up go for the freaking... I'm gonna try to... Man, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna just Brave Bird. He's gonna knock off. For whatever that's worth. This thing could be Sash, given that he led with it, honestly. No, it's not Sashed. I get rid of the Whimsicott, which is good. But I take a lot of recoil, and I think Zardex could just come in here and just take me out. Or even the Espeon. Espeon can come in and just take out my Braviary with Psychic. Zardex could come in with Thunder Punch and or Fire Punch. Or he can just go into this and just set up the rocks. That could work too. Okay, rocks from his side are inevitable. And unfortunately, I don't have a way to get rid of this, so... The real question is, do I wanna... Anything immune to sleep here? Espeon's immune to Spore with Among Us because of Magic Bounce. Going for a switch in... It's because the rocks are inevitable here. Question is if I want to preserve this Braviary for something. It's really hard to tell. Rocks are inevitable. If I hard switch, he'll get some switch initiative, and then my Braviary gets crippled. You know what? I'll just go for Roost. But he definitely gets rocks up here. I don't think this thing gets spikes, no. I hope not, because that would be annoying. Spike stacking will be annoying. Oh, he Stone Edges. Okay. Good to know he has Stone Edge. And he did get the crit, so thank goodness I roosted. Okay, but I feel like this can actually culminate to just him... I don't know, like... He can predict my switch and then hard switch into something else. I don't know into what though. Let's see. We're gonna go for D. I could go for the Roost again. I'll just go for the Roost again. Yeah, he's staying in, probably to get the rocks up. There's no way he's gonna ignore rocks here. He has to go for it here. Well, that's annoying. Now, okay, so he doesn't seem to have rocks on it, on this thing yet. He has Yawn, he has Stone Edge. What was he predicting me to switch into? Okay, so one thing is really, really annoying here, and that is that this thing has Yawn. So if I switch out, he can just go for Yawn again. He's gonna put me in a situation where it's all 50-50s. He could predict me to go for Yawn, or I mean, he could predict me to switch out, and then he can go for Yawn again, or he can just switch out into a positive matchup, and he can predict me to switch into literally whatever he predicts me to switch into. Ugh, I don't like this at all, honestly. Let's try to switch in Garchomp. Yeah, let's try to switch in Garchomp right here. I want to see if I can get the rocks up here, but if not, then, well, I can't. Yeah, he's gonna... Okay, so that's 2 Yawns. How much PP does Yawn have? Does it have like 16? We keep switching around until he sets up rocks or something. Hoping he doesn't go into freaking... What's it called here? The Charizard. Because if he goes into Charizard right here, I'm gonna get annoyed. Gonna get really, really annoyed. Gonna go into freaking Among Us, and hopefully he doesn't predict this. If he predicts this, we're in aprietos. What are you trying to do, Steven Thurston? Trying to put my shit to sleep. Yawn is a pretty obnoxious move, though. Gonna switch into Among Us here. Just to get that good thing. Okay, he switches out into what? Zard? If it's Zard, I'm going back into Garchomp. Zuko. It's Charizard. Okay, I'm going back into Zard. I mean, what's it called? Garchomp. The question is, do I really want to do that, though? He could substitute here, and that's another of my fears, that he goes for substitute right here. What do I need Garchomp for? I might need it for... Let's see. Okay, this is a tough call. I can switch into Garchomp, predicting him to either go for Dragon Dance, which I'm Scarf to outspeed for, or predicting a Flare Blitz or Fire Punch from this thing, which I don't think this Among Us will live if it's boosted by Tough Claws. Although, if he goes for Substitute, that'll also be good for him, because that means he can also, you know... Do I need Among Us? Kind of, yeah, I actually kind of need it, actually, so... Just to prevent him from going for Dragon Dance, I'm gonna just go into Garchomp. Yeah, I kind of need Among Us for Suicune and Hippowdon, because with everything else, I can't really handle Hippowdon nor Suicune. Okay, let's see what he tries to go for here. If he goes for Substitute, that's gonna be really good for him. I will be forced to break his Substitute. Okay, he does predict me, which is annoying, but what are you gonna do? I didn't want to freaking lose Among Us, though. We do get some chip damage with the Rough Skin, though, so that's fine. But now, we're gonna bring in... Now we're gonna bring in the Aerodactyl here. Actually, do I want to go into Aerodactyl? That is a good question. Summary? What moves do I have on this thing? He does have freaking Stone Edge on that freaking Hippowdon, which is annoying. I guess I'm gonna go into this. He hasn't set up a Dragon Dance yet, so I should be able to outspeed him here. I'm gonna try to go for Home Claws here, because I think he's gonna want to switch into either Hippowdon, thinking I don't have anything for it, or Suicune, which I need to get damage off. And why don't I have Stone Edge on this freaking Aerodactyl? I don't have Stone Edge on this Aerodactyl, which I could have sworn I freaking put on it. This could be kind of bad. It's not terrible, but it could be kind of bad because I think at +1 Stone Edge could have. Actually, nah, I don't know. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe we're gonna try to go for the Rock Slide. Should I go for Rock Slide? No, let's just go for the Home Claws. If he just stay, okay, no, he's not gonna stay in. Okay, good. He's gonna go into this though. Although, what he could do right here, though, is just go for another freaking... What's it called? He could just go for another... Oh, what's it called? Another Yawn here and just put me to sleep. So that way he can bring another freaking good switch in here. Losing my Scarf Garchomp can be bad if he has that Zardex without Dragon Dance, though. That would actually be really, really annoying. I'm gonna Aqua Tail right here, though. Just because I want to get the Aqua Tail here. I can't miss this because I'm at +1. Just get the damage. Okay, that KOs. Oh no, that was a crit. Okay, never mind. Crit mattered. The crit mattered, bro. However, he can now easily bring in Suicune, actually. He can definitely bring in Suicune here. Yeah. This thing. This thing is what I'm particularly afraid of. I don't know what set this thing is, honestly. If it's offensive, I think it KOs me with a Scald, or if it's offensive and it has Hydro Pump, definitely KOs me. What moves do I have on this thing? I don't want to risk this thing having Substitute either. It's because I'm afraid of a lot of his... It's because a lot of his mons have potential for running Substitute. This could run Substitute. His Zardex could run Substitute. His Scolipede can run Substitute. A lot of his mons can just... It just screams potential Substitute. And I hate it. Summary. I want to believe that he will... I don't know. I want to believe that maybe Cofagrigus can also late game sweep here as soon as the Charizard is out of the way. I don't know. Let's see how much this Rock Slide does though. I'm gonna stay in. Yeah, this is crazy. He might even just KO me right here if anything. This is max defensive, and I just got a flinch too. Okay, and this is leftovers too. So yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do here though, but he could try to go for anything. That flinch mattered, but you know, we take those. Okay, the question is, what do I want to do here? I'm afraid of him having Calm Mind on this thing. I don't have Taunt on any of these mons either. I don't necessarily have a good switch into... I'll switch into Lantern, fuck it. I'm gonna lose the +1 though, which really sucks. But looking at how much this did with Rock Slide, with Stone Age it might have been a 3-hit KO. I also don't like that this thing has leftovers too, honestly. Okay, but here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. If he's one of those annoying Calm Mind plus resting sets, what I'm gonna do is Toxicate with Cofagrigus, go for Nasty Plot, and then Trick Room. Just so I can, you know, take that thing out and not have to worry about it. Or do I T-Wave it instead? I'm gonna Volt Switch. I'm gonna try to Volt Switch here. If his Suicune does not have rest, then maybe Toxicking it would be the way. But again, we have to remember that this thing can also be Substitute. And my only Toxicking mon is Cofagrigus, which is slower than Suicune, so... Okay, yeah, he is Calm Mind. This is bad, actually. This is what I'm particularly afraid of. Yeah, and this does absolutely nothing. I have a feeling... I want to believe that Braviary can outspeed this because it's a very defensive Suicune, but what I don't know is if this thing can actually, you know, live. I mean, if this thing can take out the Suicune with Brave Bird. That's what I want to. I want to believe I can send out Braviary, go for Brave Bird, hopefully take this thing out from where it's at. But seeing how +1 Rock Slide was not able to do that much damage to what's it called? But Braviary, but what's it called is more powerful. But it was at +1 though. But I'm adamant Braviary. It's only a matter if he doesn't, like if he ends up outspeeding me or something. We're gonna have to try it, honestly. Cause in all honesty, I kind of just don't want this thing to be... Oh, after leftovers. No, okay, after leftovers, I don't take this thing out. Okay. This is rough, actually. This is actually really rough. I don't think he has a switch in, so if he tries to go for rest here, I'm gonna try to go for Brave Bird, and let's hope we can outspeed, because if we cannot outspeed this thing, I don't know what investments he ran on this thing, but okay, we're about to find out if we can actually take this out. He's leftover, so he's not Resto Chesto. He'll go for rest once here. Okay, it lives by 1 inch, which is really annoying. But he is not gonna rest, which means we can revenge KO it with anything. And he gets the burn, because that's my luck. Okay. Although this thing, nothing appreciates a Brave Bird, even burn, honestly, from this Braviary, so... In fact, I think I could very well go down here after this too, honestly. It would be a double down. Question is, what do I send in on the potential double down? What do I need Amoonguss for? His Hippowdon's gone, so we don't even need Amoonguss anymore. We just need to get rid of this thing. We're gonna go for the Brave Bird. Okay, just take this out. Take out the Suicune, that's good. Thank goodness he didn't turn out to be some wacky set with this Suicune, because that would have been annoying. Okay, but he could still win though, with that Charizard X. Yeah, he could actually win with the Charizard X, because I'm burned. And I actually live. That's actually not good. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. It's not good at all. That is not good at all. Because I lived, now this Charizard X comes in, sets up a Dragon Dance, and wins. Or he's gonna send out Espeon instead. Okay, never mind. So he either doesn't have Dragon Dance on his Charizard, or he wants to... don't tell me he wants to substitute. This thing could Baton Pass. I don't know into what though. I don't think he'd go for Baton Pass though. Oh, Brave Bird here. Oh, he's gonna set up the freaking Reflect. That's actually annoying. That is actually annoying. Oh yeah, that is bad, honestly. Actually, not really. Burn plus Reflect, that actually did pretty good damage. The problem though is that this is a leftover dual screens Espeon, I think. Has Reflect, but it also has Light Screen, I'm pretty sure. Although I do think there is one thing we can do here though. He could have Psychic here. But what I'm going to do right here, right now, is set up a Nasty Plot. I'm going to set up a Nasty Plot right here. Ooh, he has Calm Mind. Okay, so he has Reflect and Calm Mind. That's actually annoying. That is annoying, actually. At +1, I don't know if this thing takes out the... I think it does, actually. At +1, I do think it takes out my Clefairies. I'm gonna try to Shadow Ball it. I'm gonna try to Shadow Ball this thing. Oh, he reflected again. Why? Misclick? Oh no, he did this on purpose so that he can actually just bring in Charizard X, just win. Why? Why you gotta do this to me, bro? Why you gotta style on me like this? Okay. One Flare Blitz, and that's the whole game, I tells you. Yeah. Yeah, one, and that's the whole game. Okay. Flare Blitz, this is gonna hurt like a bitch. Oh no, wait, that did a lot less than I thought, actually. Because I'm not even invested in any defense on this thing. I am in HP, obviously, but not defense. I'm surprised it did that less. I thought it would do more than that, honestly, if not take me out completely. He had to... Okay, so why did he go for Reflect again? He had Calm Mind. He could have so gone for Psychic, honestly. And that would have allowed him to bring in Zard X and then just take me out. Possibly get a Dragon Dance up against my Aerodactyl, because I do think that Charizard X from full HP, especially after Reflect, can take out my... or can take a Rock Slide from Mega Aerodactyl. And he would have probably gotten free setup, but he didn't do that. Why? I don't know. I think he misplayed a couple areas somewhere around here. I don't know why though, but... or how could he mess up or misclick? Maybe he was being too fast, because he did press that pretty fast, honestly. I don't know. Okay, there's the Rock Slide. He misses because that's his luck. I would have still lived it, honestly. I think what he could have hoped for here was a flinch, which he doesn't get, and I take out the Scolipede. Wow, we actually won that, even though I thought we were going to lose that, honestly. I was already, like, ready to just take the L right here, and instead we got this. Although, we did get RNG in our favor, though. For example, that crit Aqua Tail really did matter. And I think him missing a move earlier. Oh, no. The flinch on Rock Slide from the Suicune. Because if he went for Scald on my Mega Aerodactyl when I went for Rock Slide at +1 with it Mega Aerodactyl, he could have either taken out my Aerodactyl or just have it completely weakened. If it was offensive, which I don't think it was, it would have probably taken me out. But, I don't know. I think he misplayed in an area there, though. Going for the Reflect again, I think that had to be a misclick. I don't know. I think so, though. Yep, the misclick. Yeah, this game was awful, but congrats on the win. Icing on the cake, Mons is something. Yeah. Yeah, he misclicked. He clicked Reflect again when he was probably trying to click Shadow Ball or something. Assuming he had Shadow Ball. Boy, okay. I was gonna say GG, but I don't know. Like, I can't help but feel that he doesn't think that way right now. He probably thinks this was bad. Probably thinks he did a lot of horrible things. Probably thought I was lucky, which I probably was. Because, again, the crit on the Hippodon with Aqua Tail from Aerodactyl +1. If that was a physically defensive Hippodon, it probably should have lived it, honestly. But it didn't because of crit. And then the flinch with +1 Rock Slide on the Suicune when I stayed in like a madman. And he flinched, luckily for me. So with those two things in mind, it's kind of hard to say, it's kind of hard to, like, it was an intense game for me, honestly. Like, I was actually scared, obviously. I was afraid that his Charizard X or his Suicune or his Scolipede could have set up something and then get away with sweeping or something. But, yeah. Oh, well. Either way. Nonetheless, thank you for the battle, Steven Thurston. And if we make playoffs, let's see if you can actually redeem yourself, honestly. But again, I need to make sure, I need to actually even, like, I don't even know if I'm going to make playoffs, honestly, because we are now 4-2, but we still got a good chunk of weeks left. If I lose all those weeks that follow, I may not even make playoffs. So if we don't battle each other again by playoffs, because I think that's the only way we can battle each other again, then if you make playoffs and I don't, then you have a moral victory there, in the sense that you outranked me at least. So you may have lost to me, but it was only because RNG was on my side in this battle, and you misclicked. Had you not misclicked and had the RNG not happened, this game would have probably been yours, honestly. I don't know, depending on what plays you were trying to make when all that RNG happened, but either way, yeah, so that's all I gotta say. But anyways, that's gonna be the whole battle for week 6 of the PMU. Thank you all for watching this battle. I must say that I'm actually quite impressed that we've made it so far. We're already halfway done with the season here. I'm actually surprised. Like, I'm actually not surprised, impressed is what I wanted to say, that we're actually still keeping this league alive for the rest of the season. I'm hoping that the rest of the season goes well too, and we can actually make it to playoffs and actually, get more stuff going and actually complete the season, as opposed to letting it, collapse or something. But yeah, with all that said, and not to mention digression, I'll catch you guys all for the next battle or video or whatever. But for now, just take it easy and have a good one.